young boys and girls are now becoming gangsters, or you are doing work for the gangs, because it's easy to influence the youngsters to do these things. Our space have the most gangs in Jamaica. Over 70 gangs across the communities in this space, and of that 70 gangs, we have over 40 of them very, very active as we speak, right across the space. And most of these gangs are made up by youngsters who know one another, who grew up together and went to school together. Some of them right now are 13, 14, 15. Some of them drop out of school. Some of them can't read and can't write, but they find rifles that bigger than them.
Boy, I don't know what to say about this to blood cleat. When you see the news, PICKNEY get killed in a Mobile funeral. And one boy named ISIS. And here is Sergeant Rickett or Inspector Ricketts. Him run Painland, Cockburn, Pen them place, the Trench Town, at the same set of police them. And he might explain that the gang them are staffed by young PICKNEY, which we all know that. We all know say the gang them are staffed by PICKNEY. We know say the people them in the area recruit for the gang them and hide them. We know say the gang become a sense of government. Let me repeat that, a sense of government in our community. And it kind of boggles me, because we hear people say politicians them now do nothing this, whatever. But I finally understand what's been going on. And yeah, the politician them have to blame. And me I go explain this in another video. Let's go. Good day, my wonderful friends. Illipits Millipee again, Dilipi Grelepit, countryman. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit your notification button. When you hear me drop some gypsy in that. Yo, me have an idea if you do a gypsy vlog, but me have to think about it. But yo, really and truly, me just finally understand how the system set up in a Jamaica in terms of the political area and how them is allocated money. And it kind of explain what is going on and why the system in Jamaica is the way it is. Let's go.
I want to touch on a very important point. For instance, the CDF, the Constituency Development Fund, she has not been utilizing the CDF adequately to benefit the residents of North East St. Ann, whom are lower to middle class and need assistance. Mr. Hughes, if you were to check with the chair of the CDF committee in Parliament, Mistress Stuart Owners, she will tell you North East St. Ann is one constituency which does not submit CDF project consistently. And so the money allocated to North East St. Ann goes back to the consolidated fund. This is simple, Mr. Hughes, simple and acceptable.
No, they didn't even educate the public on what CDF funds are. And I had to educate myself. CDF funds is money given to the MP them to fund their constituency or the neighborhood that them govern, that they're over, that they won in Parliament. So the people them vote to put these members of Parliament in, and then the government allocate money. This year, the government of Jamaica allocate $1.3 billion to all the MPs them throughout the island. I think that's a little bit of money, but when I found out what is going on with this money, it begs me to think that don't give them any more money, and this is why we have such a rampant gang problem in these community. Now, when you hear what the lady said, the MP in St. Anne's, she didn't spend none of the money. Only thing she did was spend some money for the people, them couple people cut little bush out of the roadway and thing. Me I say, hey, them people they are some set of pussy, you know. Hey, the government, them a Jamaica some batty wall, you know. Yo, listen to where Nationwide News found out, and then me I go link that to the gang problem and where the policeman just say, and me I go play some more clip of where the policeman I talk about. Yo, are the MP them a part of the biggest problem in Jamaica, yo.
CDF unit says in the 2020-21 fiscal year, 21 MPs did not fully utilize their CDF funds, and in 2021-2022, 28 MPs returned funds. This was JLP Chairman Robert Montague in Parliament in September.
Madam Speaker, there are allegations, however, that some MPs do not fully allocate all of their CDF annually, and the unspent funds have to be returned to the Ministry of Finance, thus robbing the people of a benefit. These MPs must be named. Their names must be made public. It is a travesty of justice that the little money allocated to improve the lives of the people at the community level is not being properly used. The names must be published and the funds reallocated to MPs who spend their money.
Ricardo Brooks for Nationwide News.
Now, on the year Robert Montague say, him say, there is rumor going around that the people them not spend the money. Yo, where the politician they must spend the money upon, they must spend it upon the favorite people them in the community, and enough of them people where they must spend the money upon is gang member. All the CDF work, them come up with a project and then them bring it to the CDF committee. Yo, I don't know why there is so much bumbleclad committee. Yo, viewers' discretion is advised, yo. I don't know why there is so much committee in Jamaica. And Juliet Holiness, she is the one who run the CDF committee in the office of the blood Prime Minister. Yo, it's funny, you know, say me have a dream this morning, say me see Andrew Holiness, and he might tell me, say, yo, countryman, don't deal with a girl. And but the girl we might talk about is not even a Jamaican. She named Stephanie. And I say, yo, oh Andrew, where Andrew do ya so? You understand? And then I wake up out of my sleep this morning, yo. And I say, you know what? I do that video, yeah. For real. But yeah, Robert Montague said it best. So what the MP them a do? Them a use the money for give gang member for buy gun and them thing they have to run the area, and them now spend the money in terms of crime reduction, in terms of employment, and them get 1.3 billion and them say them want more money. Now, wanna see me showing you the picture of them two girl there. One of them are Lisa Anna, and the next girl, I can't remember her name right now, yo. Cause me a bona Ziggy. But she is the MP in St. Anne's, where the people them was protesting that she wasn't doing anything. Them say she is the worst out of all of them. So, me a go play a little bit on the ear, or the girl them do dog, and then me I go come back in and me I go interject with the policeman where him say again that a rickets him run Painland, Catburn Pen, Trench Town, all of them places. Come right back, Greenwich Park, Greenwich Farm, come right back, you understand? Seems like he might be even in charge of Huntsby police station. So, yeah. But anyways, me I go play and only hear where them gyal do there. Me I tell you, Jamaica, man.
Our probe found that allegation is true, at least for this year. Nationwide News submitted an access to information request asking for the amounts spent and unspent for all 63 members of parliament over the last 2 years. This year's spending makes interesting reading. While Ms. Smith's name does not appear on last year's list, she badly trails all her colleague MPs who have been delinquent in utilizing their allocations this year. The documents reveal that up to the end of October last month, Ms. Smith had an unallocated CDF balance of $16.5 million. The CDF unit says this means she has not presented any projects or works for approval to the Parliament's CDF committee. In fact, the document sent to a new center by the CDF unit in the Office of the Prime Minister indicates the last time Ms. Smith spent an allocation from her CDF allocation was 2021. At that time, she spent $3.4 million to do debushing and beautification work in Northeast St. Anne. Since the start of 2022, we saw no records to indicate Ms. Smith has spent a single additional dollar from the CDF in the constituency.
Jano, the girl yo, me nah lie. And ladies, I beg your pardon, but the girl I want straight blood clot bitch. Like me said, viewers' discretion is advised, yo. The girl I want straight blood clot bitch. Me not even know how them get in our politics. You understand? She have nearly $17 million left, and all she do, I get some bush. Not more than she cut some bush, not more than a gun them use it by and type with them do. The system is set up in such a way that me can say, yeah man, me I do project to educate the poor kids them and take it in to the committee which are Juliet Holiness and them say, okay, yeah, boom, me I give 10 million out of it. You understand? And I guess you have to show some books or whatever, me don't know. But what is wrong with these fucking MPs them dog? Oh, every time when they get bomber clout money, I cut bush, crash program work, cut down bush, rake up the road. Why don't you guys invest the money in meaningful project where can change people's life, like education, employment and education? Nah, blood clot do nothing.
I know the temptations you have and the distractions you have. Sometimes your schoolwork might get on the back burner. But I'm telling you that it is extremely important that you grab on to education. Young ladies, especially young ladies, you need to have your education because you need to be independent. You don't want to later on to be dependent on anybody. The problem we're facing to secure your various communities is to fight against the gangs. Don't make anybody derail you from where you hope to make it in life.
Yo, me not lie. Me I do the video and me I get pissed off because me I talk about that girl Les Smith. I couldn't remember her name in the first part of the video. But Lisa Anna are the next one. She only spend a little bit of money, but I think here was 63 of them, and long story short, more than half of them not spend them money. So them really are spend it on the gunman them if they not spend it on the people them, and that's how me see it. Now, them could have take that money and use it to some good in the community. On the year where them name, what you call them, Superintendent Ricketts, the man a beg the PICKNEY them if you not join the gang. And you know the first clip when I play, you can hear him I say, yo, more is needed to reach out to these kids. So what I'm saying is, why don't these people where I get the money use the money to reach out to the kids them and steer them away from gang? They're not doing it. Yo, the whole of them is discombobulated. Why wouldn't there be a separate fund for the MP them to spend to get the kids them away from gangs? Cause kids as young as 13 I kill people in a gang, and the policeman I said you have people from foreign who's giving these directives to the PICKNEY them in the gang. That is fucking crazy and discombobulated. So yo, listen, me I get blood clean pissed off, and that's why I'ma play the policeman clip. But they have play some more of the news, but me no wanna listen to no more right a bomb clock, yo. It just shows me what is going on in Jamaica. The MP them get the money for spend in the community and better the life. Montag or Montague, the chairman for the JLP, said it in Parliament. And then nationwide do an investigation, realizing them now spend the money for better the neighborhood. Imagine Jamaica have such a fucking big gang problem and murder problem, and these people are getting the money and they must spend it on gang. They now spend the money. They must spend the money on special fuckery project, like go sweep up the front of somebody bomb buckley yard. Like, what the hell is wrong with these MPs? When every day the police I say, yo, more is needed, more is needed. The government give them the police I think 3 or 4 billion the police get, you know, or more. I think them get 25% of the 100% budget GDP. And then the politician them get 1.3 billion for spend on them community. Plus them PR whatever other special means to get money. And then you have a committee, the CDF committee overseeing it. Like, yo, what the fuck is that? If we have a gang problem, why are these illiterate and ignorant MPs, member of parliament, not reaching out to the kids them and the young people them in the community? Because it is fucking corruption. Yo, I'm sorry about this, but my name is Countryman. Remember to like, share and subscribe and click on another video. But this is crazy, and this is why we have such a serious fucking problem in Jamaica. And people know these things. That's why people have to react how them react and take certain things into them own hand. You understand? It's crazy. How can they not be spending this money to steer kids away from gang, education, employment in the community? Because that's why they're allocated these funds. Montague or Montitalk come out and say it, and then the news media, them people, them. So they're getting this big money in the CDF fund. I could say, okay, yeah, give me some money for paint up toil. And me do me paint one 2 wall. Me get 2 gunmen to come paint some wall and them get them money. Boom, $3-4 million gone. Tough is that, yo? Something is sick and discombobulated with that, yo. Yo, I'm out. My name is Countryman. Please subscribe, yo. I'm pissed off.